Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Put Sage on it barbecue. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday. It's not Super Bowl Sunday. We have a ways to go, but it is football Sunday. And I'm just, to be honest, feeling lazy today. I was almost too lazy to even video anything. So, in that kind of spirit today, I barely combed my hair. I've got some old t-shirt on, and I think there's even maybe some bleach stains on it and whatnot. So just a lazy Sunday, hanging around the house. So I'm going to show you how to do a lazy man or woman's barbecue. That's right. We are going to do barbecue the absolute laziest way possible. We're almost going to do it like we don't even care. I mean, we're going to care just enough to try to get it to be crowd pleasing and to taste delicious, but we're going to do the absolute minimum to this piece of meat. And today I'm doing something I've actually never done before, a French pork rack roast. So as you can see, this has the bone in, so that'll be delicious for flavor. I'm terrible with camera work sometimes. You can see I'm like, all right, we've got this piece of meat right here. I'm like Wilson on Home Improvement. We're going to do some barbecue. You guys okay with that? Anyway, I'm being silly, but we're going to see what we're going to do with this. Let's take a look. Okay. All right, so we're back. We got our piece of meat here. I'm just going to pat it dry. I won't be that lazy. You know, I do that again just to try to get some of these lipids off of the cut of meat that's kind of sitting around in the package. Again, like I've said before, no different than emptying out the fluid from your can of corn and getting fresh water. All right. Just going to rinse my hand off here just a little bit. Because like I say, when you do this, you kind of want to keep a clean hand. So again, I was being a bit lazy there with my technique. So just yellow mustard as a binder. Oh my, look at that. Shake your mustard up first. For the love of God. You're going to get that, you know what it is. It's gross. It's kind of not desirable anyway. It's just oil. Preservatives that are kind of in the bottle of mustard. Not a big deal. So I'm just going to kind of rub that down. Nothing fancy. Got Bryce in the background laughing at me. He knows. He's been there. So, do that. Again, that's it. I'm going to be so lazy that this even says steak seasoning. I just dug out whatever. I mean, it's Buc-ee's, and it says you can use it on pork and beef, but we'll see. So anyway, you know, it's got some chili in it. It's got sea salt, onion, paprika, garlic, black pepper, chili powder, cumin, a little bit of soybean oil. Hey, it's not a perfect world. So anyway, I'm just going to put this on here. Again, just be lazy with it. You're going to hear that word a lot during this video, because that's the thing. Do it like you don't even care. Just put it on there. Rub it in. Get the sides though. I mean, we won't be like 1,000% lazy, but get the bones. Because see, you know, if you watch a lot of videos, they do a lot of trimming down in between these bones. They might even trim some of the fat off the top of this. But does that sound lazy to you? Absolutely not. Do I feel like doing any of that? Definitely not. I don't even care a quarter of that much today. So, hope you guys are with me on that. I'm doing a liberal coating, as I always do, of this steak seasoning on my pork. But hey, let me tell you what though, you know, I've used a lot of rubs and I like the color of this for a quote steak rub. Because as you guys can see, I mean, oh, I about missed a side here. There we go. But you guys can see, well, not the best lighting. You can see that's got some beautiful color in it. You can see the different kinds of herbs, the different colors of those. So that's simple. I'm gonna light the smoker. I don't know, 250, 275, maybe 300. Because why? I'm lazy. No, probably about 250, 275. I probably won't go any higher than that. I do want to try to, again, just get it tender, make a good dinner, but I'll make a fuss about it. Because again, you can go to town on trimming and injecting and getting even string and tying this and making it nice and uniform and whatnot, but we don't care about none of that today. So I'm gonna light the smoker. I'm gonna get this on, and I'll see you guys shortly. It's raining outside on my porch. This is the washer that I left set out here, and now it's getting soaked in the rain because it won't spin out anymore because I was too lazy to do anything else with it. Perfect. Whatever was going on here, I was too lazy to clean that up. Perfect. Again, my fence is still blown over and all this kind of stuff from a storm. Nothing I can do about that. It's a rental, hey. So, people ask me all the time, sage, dry wood, or wet wood? What am I smoking with here? Well, you see this wood right here? I was obviously too lazy to give this wood any kind of shelter. So now it's drenched, it's soaked, so it's wet wood. I was far too lazy to do anything else. Perfect. So I'm just putting this wood in here any kind of way. Actually, that one won't fit. that one won't go in there very well. Anyway, I've got some wood in there. Just some little chunks that I'm kind of sliding in there. Sorry about the camera work here. We do want to put some water in our water tray. Don't be that lazy. Keep your meat moist, I say. Okay. So we got, we got a little fire cooking here. It's already heating up. So I say we just, we get our meat and we put it on there. What do you say? Let's do it. All right. I carried this downstairs just like this because I was far too lazy to get any kind of a, foil pan or anything like that. I just carried it down basically like I found it on the side of the road. So then we got a smoker. I just sprayed a little bit of oil here. Is that a spider web? Probably. Should I clean this grill? Maybe. Am I too lazy? Yes. So we're just going to throw this in there. Just throw it in there. Heat that spider web up right with it. Okay. Not thrilled about the spider web. Could be a spider in there, but hey, if there is a spider, it will be slow smoked to perfection. Guarantee you. So we'll let this heat back up. Had all this crap inside of there, so I was too lazy to do anything else with it. So I just laid it up here because I was too lazy to do anything other than that to it or with it. So I'm just gonna let this roll here, let the smoke start rolling, and just see what happens. Now, while that's, on its way to cooking, I remember growing up, my dear Aunt Mandy, God rest her soul, who's passed away some years ago, used to make me rabbit growing up, and I still like rabbit, but I haven't had it for such a long time. You just can't buy it around these parts here in West Virginia. Now, if I lived in around Delaware, say, I hear there's restaurants where you can go in there because it's a colonial dish. You could go in there and buy rabbit. No such luck here. But I figure if I can't buy a rabbit, I'll catch one instead. So, again, can't buy rabbit. But what I do have is a particular set of skills. Now, it's rabbit season here in West Virginia. And I looked up the trapping laws, and if you own your own property, if you own your own property, and that does include renting, by the way, you don't have to have a license. You do not. I can't speak today. Take two and go. You don't have to have a license. So I'm going to set this trap here, put a little of these goodies in here. I've got the trap already set, ready to lower the boom, and we'll see how it goes. All right, as you can see, I got a few goodies in there. So hopefully next thing you'll see me smoking on the channel is rabbit. So wish me luck. Well, would you look at that? Just look at it. So I took this off the smoker, and I don't know how much time it was on there. I was too lazy to even pay attention, to be quite honest. But you want to pull pork off at about 140. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, we're 138.9. I'm getting 140 in a couple spots. There you go. Beautiful looking piece of meat here. As you guys can see. Wow, the collar is absolutely gorgeous. Flip it over so you can get a look at both sides. So, very nice looking piece of meat. Gonna let that rest for just a few. And I'm gonna prepare my sides, which are very high end. You can't beat it. You can't go wrong with the old Bob Evans macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes again, the complete lazy way. So you see what I did with this? I did this as lazy as possible. This smells phenomenal. So I can't wait to cut into this. But again, I'm going to let this rest. By the time I get these sides prepared, this will be ready to slice up and we'll get a look at it. So I'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Again, that was a good sweet 140. Put a little butter in these, as you can see. Boy, these little sides, you just can't beat them. Very creamy mac and cheese. I tell you, they just put out a good product. I mean, what else you gonna say? So I've let this rest maybe 15 minutes, and you're saying, what? 15 minutes? That's right. I'm way too lazy to wait anymore. So, all right. we're getting hungry here. So I'll fool around with this enough. Time to just slice it here. That is a huge, oh my goodness. Would you look at that? That is perfectly, beautifully cooked. Oh my goodness. These are some hearty portions, I will tell you. This is super juicy. Boy. Wow. Beautiful. So, let's see here. Let me flip that around. And I'll tell you, I already tried this. And I won't kid you, it is the best pork I've ever made. The absolute laziest way possible. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, like I said, I already tried this. Full disclosure, I cut the end piece off and tried it. Didn't film it again. I was too lazy to. But this is absolutely phenomenal. This tastes delicious. I would definitely recommend you try this. So until next time, look at that. Wow. Absolutely. Very moist, very tender. We're going to eat. We're going to enjoy ourselves. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm Sage from Put Sage on It Barbecue. See you next time. Alright, so can't do it. I can't rob you of a taste test, an official one, I suppose. So I want you to look at this. How phenomenal that turned out. Absolutely beautiful piece of meat. There's just no other better way to do it. I mean, that is a thick piece of meat. Just bite into, oh my goodness. That is so juicy. So tender. So flavorful. That is phenomenal. I am not kidding when I say this is the best pork I've ever made. And again, I know I was having some fun with this video, talking about being completely lazy with it. And I completely was. Oh my goodness. You see that bite comes right off. Hands down, that's the most flavorful pork that I've ever made. I mean, pork butt, pork loin, pork anything, perfectly cooked. I couldn't ask for more. Please, if you ever see one of these, I got this at Aldi's. And again, I love this bone handle here. Try this. I mean, that is a very hearty piece of meat. And again, that rub I used is absolutely delicious. So try that. I think you'll really enjoy it. Thank you for joining me. Put Sage on a Barbecue. I'm Sage. I'll see you next time. Happy Sunday.